Welcome back to the Rick James story. It's been a while. Kept y'all starving. Now, y'all ready for the next installment? Rick James versus MTV. Let's get it. It was 1982. MTV had just came out of the year earlier, and Street Songs was the number one thing that hit, and it blew out everybody. I mean, everybody. So Quincy Jones had an album out. It was whooping Quincy. It was whooping everything. Street Songs was it. Super Freak was the hottest thing out. Rick James got a video for Super Freak. They want to send it over to MTV to play because they just played some videos by Bowie, some other people they got over there doing some things. And he trying to get this exposure because it's hot right now. It's burning. His album on fire. It's the biggest Rick has ever been in his life. So Rick did a couple of shows. And while he did a show, he come out and he's like, I think one of his managers or agents said, I just got a call. They said MTV said they sorry, but they not gonna be able to air the video to Super Free. It's disrespectful to women or something. He's like, so I told them, the manager said, like, okay, well, we can try to make some cuts. They're like, no, the song just ain't gonna work. So now it was like, now it went from being about the video to the song isn't gonna work. And they were like, well, it's on every radio station in the world. Like, what do you mean? We don't get it. So they were like, well, the song just ain't gonna work. So now they gotta tell Rick the bad news after he just got through performing and they just got through killing. So Rick come in the room. All right, man. Yeah, man, we just got down, man. That was bad, boy. I told you about that coming on that set, boy. You getting too fat over there. Told you, man, you get too fat, man. Gotta lose some of that weight, baby. So you gotta keep up with your boy Rick James. What's going on? They don't want a Super Freak. Super Freak is the number one record in the world. See, that's what I'm talking about. See? You see they want to keep a black man down. You see that? Uh-huh. I tell you what. Let me talk to him. So Rick wanted to talk to him personally. They wouldn't talk to Rick. So angry Rick was. He goes ahead and they had the performance at the American Music Awards. MTV representatives were there. Robert was there, and another guy, I believe his name is Stephen Levi. Don't quote me on that, please. But Robert, I know for a fact, is a part owner. And he owns the Breakfast Club. And he's really good friends with Charlemagne. Like, really good friends. Really, 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 really good friends. And you don't even want to know the details. So, and Flex too. But that's another story. Listen. So now, Mr. Levy and I want to say his name is Levy. I'm sorry. I can't remember his name. And the other guy, Robert, was there. And then Carolyn's there. Now, Carolyn, she is the person that's in charge of talent and create, for the MTV, getting people in there. A black woman. Rick didn't know this. Rick is trying to talk to them at the American Music Awards. MTV's in the house. And they're just young, but Robert and them is in the house. So right away, Rick James makes it hot for them. They're the new kids on the block, but they're only playing, they don't fit their formats, what they're saying. We don't have a race band. We're just a all certain rock They had black people who started rock and roll. How in the world you gonna say you not gonna play black people on your radio station? That we don't fit the song choice format, meaning that we not white when we didn't make those type of pop records. There's limos, there's women in it. It's funny now, but back then it was tragic. So Rick James was, man, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. And they told him it was a black woman that was in charge, and he found out see, that's what I'm talking about. See, there's a black woman doing that, right? You see what I'm saying? They grabbed one of us, man, and they turned us against each other, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now, MTV, that should be shut down. We should all get together right now and shut that down, man. We gonna whenever they throw somebody, we gonna throw a free party. We gonna get the Gap Band. We gonna get Parliament. I'm gonna call Bootsy. We gonna get together, man. Right? We gonna shut them motherfuckers down. Yeah, see they now watch. They're gonna be looking now. Watch. They won't see they can hide behind her. And see, I ain't mad at her, because the bitch is lost. She's lost. She's confused. She thinks she's doing what's good. She's doing what's good for America and for the brothers. Because see, that's all they want. See, they want that black woman in there so that they can put her out there and she gonna be the reason. Yeah, now, well, she gonna say, no, I turned it down because it's offensive to me. Baby, your mama like this. Your cousins, your auntie, you go tell them you stopping Rick James. You can't stop the funk. So next thing you know, after this is all said and done, she's out there. I'm tired of the abuse. I stopped it because it's filth. That's nothing but filth. I made the decision. You don't run MTV. Carolyn never ran MTV. You was in charge of the talent department. They used you to be the face to go out there and defend that song. I turned it down. I was not going to let Super Freak be the first black video on MTV. But we were a little ignorant coming at the fact of the color barrier and all that stuff. You were in charge of the talent. You couldn't get no other brothers in there. It wasn't until, I'm not going to say Michael Jackson was the first. They tried to ease some black people in there before then. But the first black people we seen was Herbie Hancock and Michael Jackson. Herbie Hancock was the first black person I've ever seen on MTV. And then when Michael Jackson had Billie Jean, MTV would be dumb not to play that video. So it wasn't even rock. They played that song. Billie Jean played on MTV and cracked the color barrier, and Rick James was pissed. Rick James had stood up at the American Music Award years before that when she went off and called them racist when he accepted his awards. Yeah, and MTV, they need to just shut that down because they ain't nothing but a bunch of racists. How you gonna not have black people over there when black people that created rock and roll, Chuck Berry, all them people that came before then, and then you ain't gonna be able to play no black music over there? We need to shut that down. My man David Bowie, and David Bowie was there too. David Bowie was riding with Rick James on that. He just didn't understand it. Like, I don't understand why these black artists ain't in it. Come on, Rick, let's get high. All right. So he was riding with Rick and all the other black artists. But when Michael Jackson got played, nobody could say nothing now. Now they got Michael Jackson. They got Herbie Hancock and they got Michael Jackson. Now it fits the format because Billie Jean was a massive song. So now Billie Jean was what took MTV from this little whatever. They give the credit to everything else, but they don't give no credit to who really sent it to the stratosphere. And that was Michael Jackson. When Billie Jean and Beat It and Thriller came out, and they took MTV from this small little video place that was a mom and pop thing that we love, this great idea, 24-hour videos, to the moon. And you never see or hear the credit that they give for that. They always give it to those white rock bands that did nothing. They were there. They did okay. They sold a couple records. They had a hit song here and there. They really didn't break the video barrier. Years later, MTV did by naming it their Vanguard Award, the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award, because they had to. The man made you guys rich, all of you. If it wasn't for that Thriller album, and you didn't say, "Okay, we got to get in on this. This is revolutionary," where would MTV be? Then Madonna and everybody else came along, and they took Prince in, so they got the Purple Rain and the Michael Jackson era, and they took it to a new stratosphere. And who was left behind? Rick James, because they gave him a lifetime ban after what he did at the American Music Awards, when he was really riding for not just himself, all the other black artists. He didn't just say Rick James. And when Prince and all the other black artists went to MTV, he called them Uncle Tom, sellouts. And at that time, for Rick, you cannot call Michael Jackson a sellout. In 1983 and 84, you call Michael Jackson a what? We know about your beef with Prince, but you cannot say Michael Jackson's a sellout. He went from doing big shows to the Chitlin circuit like that. It was over. Rick put out some songs. They were barely played. Radio said he had none but headaches ever since. Nothing but headaches. So that's how that ended up. And then that ties in the rest of the hood stories. So that's what happened with Rick James in the battle with MTV. I'm out. Well, why isn't this thing stopping? Oh, yeah, don't forget to follow the playlist, too. The truth behind the Rick James stories. The real one. Mine. I'm out.